It was supposed to be just another quiet night, a night like any other. But as I sat there in the dim light of the living room, staring at my phone in a trance, I heard it. A voice, a whisper, so cold, so unnatural, that it froze the blood in my veins. "I'm not who you think I am." I thought it was a joke, maybe a prank. But the voice, it was Claire's. I was just a regular guy, working a 9 to 5, living in a cozy little apartment, and dating Claire, the woman of my dreams. We had been together for over a year, and I thought I knew her better than anyone. She was kind, funny, caring, everything I ever wanted. But that night changed everything. It started so innocently. Claire had been acting a little off the last few days, but I chalked it up to stress. She had been working overtime at her new job, and I figured it was just fatigue. She'd been quieter, more distant, but I didn't think much of it at the time. Everyone gets tired, right? That evening I came home late from work. The clock read 11:30 p.m. as I pushed the door open, expecting to find her sitting on the couch scrolling through her phone, but what I saw instead, unsettling. Claire was standing in the middle of the living room, staring out the window. The room was deathly quiet. There was no music, no TV, nothing, just the dark shadows that clung to the corners of the room. I could feel it, the tension in the air, thick and suffocating. "Claire?" I called out, my voice trembling. "You okay?" She didn't turn around. Her back was stiff, her shoulders hunched. Something wasn't right. "Claire?" I repeated, walking closer. Without turning, she spoke in a voice I didn't recognize. It was low, raspy, like something was wrong with her throat. "I'm fine," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the hum of the fridge. "I'm just tired." But it wasn't just tiredness. There was a dark undertone to her words, an edge that sent a chill down my spine. I stepped closer, about to reach out to her, when she suddenly jerked her head toward me with terrifying speed. Her eyes were black, pure black, like two bottomless pits staring straight into my soul. I froze, and then she smiled. But it wasn't a smile I recognized. It was twisted, almost sickening. Her teeth were sharper than they should have been, long, jagged canines that seemed to gleam in the moonlight. "Claire?" I whispered, my heart pounding. What's happening?" "I told you," she murmured, her voice now dripping with something dark and hungry. "I'm not who you think I am." And that's when the air in the room changed. It was thick, heavy, like something was pressing down on me. The temperature dropped, and the lights above us flickered, then went out completely, plunging us into darkness. I should have run. I should have bolted out of there, but I was paralyzed. Every instinct in my body screamed at me to leave, to get away from her, but I couldn't move. It was as if the very presence of whatever she had become had wrapped its icy fingers around my heart, holding me in place. "I'm not Claire anymore," she said, her voice twisting in ways I couldn't comprehend. Then, before I could even react, she lunged. Faster than I could blink, she was on me, her hands gripping my throat, her nails digging into my skin like claws. Her breath was hot against my face, but there was something wrong with it. It smelled rancid, like something had died inside her. She opened her mouth wide, revealing those teeth, those horrifying teeth, and I felt the scream building in my chest, but it wouldn't come out. I couldn't breathe. The pressure in my throat was crushing. But just as I thought I was going to pass out, something snapped inside me, a surge of adrenaline. I shoved her off me, gasping for air, and ran like my life depended on it. I didn't even stop to look back. I didn't know how I made it to the door, but I did. I bolted out of the apartment into the cold, frigid night. My heart was hammering in my chest as I stumbled down the stairs, half blind from the fear that was clouding my vision. I could still feel her presence behind me, like a shadow creeping up my spine. I grabbed my phone and dialed the police, my hands shaking. But when they arrived, there was nothing. No sign of Claire, no broken windows, no scratches, no blood, nothing. The apartment was as calm and empty as it had been before, but I knew she was still there. I felt it. It's been weeks since that night, and I still haven't seen her, but I hear her. Late at night when I'm alone, I can hear her voice, soft and sweet, whispering my name from the darkness, and sometimes I swear I see her face in the shadows, her black eyes watching me, waiting. But I know something now, something that terrifies me more than anything else. She's out there, and she's not done with me yet. If you want to hear more terrifying, true horror stories, make sure to check out my other videos. You never know what might be lurking in the dark, just waiting to find you. Trust me, some monsters are much closer than you think.